Good morning, Wild Pack. Woohoo! Happy Monday. Who's here this morning? Woo, everybody. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Woo! Good sunny morning. Wherever you are, Maggie. It might be. We got an overcast day here. Those are great psychic days. Good morning. Hey, Teapot. Hey, everybody. Hey, Kelly. Hey, Alpha Numerical 1. Everybody. So I am here with your pick a card, all Zodiac Signs tarot reading this morning. And we are going to jump right in. Pardon me. I'm going to preface. Here we go. Pardon me, guys. I'm going to preface this by saying I have got some weird throat stuff going on. And so I'm probably going to drink a lot of water, eat a lot of cough drops, and a lot of Ricola, and a lot of these guys. Peppermint. Who doesn't love peppermint? So, many thanks to Teapot, my moderator. Love you, Teapot. Thank you so much. As always, please do not respond unless you want to get scammed to the people the scammers, the trolls that write in and go, I'm drawn to your energy. PM me for a reading. It's baloney. Anyway, because none of my people do that. Hey, Terralyn. Hey, MaWeb. Hey, Luann. Hey, Mashamel. Hey, Pearl. Hey, y'all. So anyway, also, I deeply, profoundly, and humbly apologize for bailing on y'all Friday, but my autoimmunes, I've been working too much, y'all. That's the bottom line. And my autoimmune said, wham! And that was it. I said, wham! So anyway, before we get started with the Zodiac Signs, the tarot readings for this morning, I want to share a story with you all because there's something going on out in the universe about gratitude. And I know I share a lot of personal stories, but the reason I do that is I tend to see that and I guess it's because I'm a reader. I guess it's because I'm a teacher of metaphysics. Because I've asked a lot of other teachers about, teachers in the metaphysical space, maybe they're like tarot teachers, or they're psychic development teachers, or clairvoyant, or mediumship teachers, or they may kind of, or chakra healers or Reiki healers, or maybe they kind of do it all like I do. And, thank you, Pearl. You were dang right. I just, I pushed myself like stupidly and I paid for it. I won't do that again. So I asked them if they find, we all know that the public moves in droves, right? Birds of a feather, the energies align and we kind of move in packs, right? So I asked them if they found like whatever kind of happened in their own life would be almost a prequel to, what was going to happen over the next couple of weeks or even month. And they were like, yes. And the only reason that we could figure out over the years that this happens is maybe we are supposed to be prepared for what's going to be happening with our clients and our friends and that kind of thing. And just get a preview of it, to sit, to reason through it, to ask for, messages from the universe, from spirit, from whatever you believe in, so we could pass that on. So I got to tell you guys a story. Craziness. Okay. Awala Walla Katundande. God, I don't even have the energy to be bothered with you. I just feel sorry for you. Go away. You're blocked. Okay. So anyway, excuse me. So, isn't that amazing? I'm looking over this way and all of a sudden my spidey, and I look over this way. That's why they call it being psychic. And there that person was. So I think I have, if y'all follow me on Facebook at all, I got a neighbor. This old boy, he has got demons, and he injects those demons often, early and often. He's a tweaker. And some months back, he was barbecuing, and I don't know what possessed him except for tweaking. He put his barbecue grill right up against my wooden fence, and he proceeded to set my wooden fence on fire. So I got to replace that fence. They were going to do it, and I was like, no, I got it. We're good. Thank you. So the other day, do I have lipstick on my teeth? This dang lipstick is the best lipstick, but it always gets on my teeth. So the other day, my sister and I were coming back to my house, and there was a vehicle ahead of us letting him out. And y'all, I don't get the whims. I am not easily shaken or scared. And I wasn't scared, but I was on high alert because this vehicle looked like, and the people in it looked like everything you see on every police officer, true crime, whatever show, but worse. And this old boy got out stumbling all around. He fell down to his knees. I was like, oh God. He got up and I was about to call 911. I don't want him stroking out and dying in my street, but you know, he got up and he stumbled into his house. I thought, okay, it's their problem. So I thought about that for a while and I thought, what is the energy that led me to live next to this? And I still haven't figured that out because I love my house and I love my neighborhood. But then y'all know I got a lawn guy. Some of y'all know, some of you don't. I got a lawn guy. I just love this guy. This is a nice guy. Every now and again, he'll bring me a Starbucks. Every now and again, he'll bring me oh dang, I've tried to put their name out of my head because I love them so much. I don't want to buy them. Hot tamales. He'll bring me a pack of hot tamales. That cinnamon candy that lights you on fire. So anyway, and he told me a couple weeks ago he had an infection in his bones and his feet, in his big toe in particular. And he said he'd let me know if he had, because they were talking about having the toe removed. And I was like, oh my gosh. So this past Friday, I was sick as a dog, y'all. And I heard the lawnmower and I thought, surely that can't be him. I got up, I looked out my window and there it was on his lawnmower, right? Okay. So, so I walk out the door. I don't know if I can get my foot up, but he's on his riding lawnmower, y'all. He stops his lawnmower and he says, I have bare feet. So he sticks up his foot and he says, hey, Miss Bernadette. And he's got that toe all wrapped up. And I thought, well, they did surgery or they removed it. And I go over and I said, that's not true, Pearl. Believe me, those old boys aren't fighting over me. Trust me when I tell you. So I looked at him and I said, so what's the upshot of the toe? He said, oh, they took it off. I said, what are you doing? When? He said, Thursday. I told you I had an appointment on Thursday. I said, it's Friday. You're telling me you got that toe removed yesterday? Uh-huh. It doesn't hurt so bad today. I said, what are you doing mowing my lawn or anyone else's lawn with a toe removed? Well, I need the money. So I was so focused on trying to get him to understand he could not get that toe dirty. He could not risk another infection. Yak, yak, yak. And his wife's in the truck, right? She said, forget it. He's not going to listen to you. We need the money. I was so focused on that, it didn't even hit me till over the weekend. And man, I cried my eyes out. I may cry today. I was so humbled. Now, y'all, I work hard. I do. But I don't have to get out and go work with a toe that's just been chopped off because I need that for doing a lawn. Not now. I have been in that place. Make no mistake. I would have drugged myself on hands and knees to do something like that. But today is not that day, and I'm just so grateful. Over the weekend, I must have gotten a dozen phone calls and texts from friends and family who were talking about how grateful they are for XYZ. They had had a situation that they witnessed. They had borne witness to this situation or this conversation or whatever, and they were just overcome with gratitude, just overcome. So I don't know if y'all are experiencing anything like that. And if you are, I've got to tell you that this morning's Zodiac Signs readings, I feel like the backstory somehow will lend itself to gratitude. Now, not to tell you what to be grateful for, or that you're not grateful enough, or that you're too grateful, or as if you could ever be too grateful, right? Okay, it's none of that. It's just that I think maybe whatever is going to come through for y'all this morning will help you navigate a situation, a relationship, a something more gracefully, more clearly, more courageously, more in tune, more whatever. And the end result of that is going to be something that's going to be life-changing, even if you think it's tiny. And I just feel like it's the small things that are going to come out in the readings today, rather than Spirit going, here is your message, pay attention, right? I don't think it's going to be, excuse me, I don't think it's going to be like that. I think it's going to be like a one word, a one feeling, and that could come through in your zodiac sign reading. You might be like, dope, when I'm reading for some other zodiac sign. Excuse me. So it might be all of that. Good morning, y'all. So I'm going to go ahead and wait, Alpha Numerical, you just heard, I just heard a lady's life that made me so grateful, right? It's craziness. So oh, wow. Wow. Oh, wow. Oh, wow. Okay. Yeah. So, all right. So it seems like some of you all are having this experience, and it just might be more heightened than normal. This coming week, it might be coming off of last week, but we're going to go ahead and jump right into it. So, Aries, this is your Aries tarot reading for, what is this week? I've already even lost track of the week. 8/16, so August 16th. And this will carry Aries through if you guys wonder what I'm doing over here, I'm shuffling the cards. So, and that wanted to come out. Oh, two. Huh, interesting. Wow. Okay, Aries. So, for your tarot reading, Aries, let me tell you. The first card that popped out is Scarab, which is the 10 of Wands. And when let me sit with that for just a second. And then also you've got Whale, which is the Judgment card. Okay, so sometimes it takes me a second, especially if I have two animals that are communicating with me, and then the tarot archetypes, and then I blend it into your zodiac sign. So Aries, your motto, you're just, I go ahead, I do, I am, you're just ram, right? And that is awesome, except for right now. And what that means is it's really time for you to use your discernment, judgment, if you will, to take a look at your deeper emotions. When we take a look at Whale, it's a water animal that's always about deep emotions. Whales are, I can't even fathom the ancient and future wisdom and now wisdom that they hold. And then the Judgment card in the traditional tarot card meanings, it's got the angel, and the angel is hovering over the people getting out of their coffins. They're rising again. They're not fully back to life, but they're mostly back to life. He's mostly alive. And then the Scarab, the 10 of Wands, in the traditional tarot card meanings, the 10 of Wands is ambition is a good servant, but a bad master. And it's the picture of that old boy, gathering up all those wands, and he's heaving and he's hoeing and he's just working so hard. But he doesn't have to work that hard, because he can work smarter, not harder. And for people, and I'm guilty of this, for people for whom ambition is a good servant but a bad master, it really takes some going within, which Whale is right here to help you do, to figure out why you're so ambitious. Also interesting, this is crazy, Aries. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Good morning, Actona, or whatever your name is. I don't want to, gosh, I'm so bad at names. I apologize profusely. Welcome. So Teapot, will you kindly explain not Acona. Man, that's beautiful. I love it. What a great name. Will you kindly explain to Acona how the readings work on Mondays? So all that said, I just had this conversation with someone last week. Here we go with the foreshadowing. I have a person that helps me with my super tech stuff, right? A real crazy over the top developer. This guy could build anything out of anything. He's like the MacGyver of tech. And we were talking about how we love to start businesses. We love to help other businesses start. It's the thrill of the hunt. It's the idea of it. It's the research and the putting it all together and the puzzle of it. And then we're like, we're done. We move on. So we were talking, why do we love that so much? And why do we just seek that out? And why do we work so long and hard? Not smart hard, but hard. Finally, what we came to the conclusion of, this old boy and I, was that we just really get juiced off of self-actualization. And what that means to me, I don't know what it means to him, but what it means to me is there ever a point at which I'm going to be happy with what I've accomplished? Or do I always have to climb that next mountain? Climbing a mountain's hard, y'all. It takes time and it's hard. So I'm really sitting with that personally. Again, this is not about me, it's about you, but the foreshadowing of this, and then these two tarot cards coming out for the Aries Zodiac sign, I think that says a lot. And so Aries, because you are the go-getter, I mean, you are the Energizer Bunny. It's really important that you sit with Scarab and also Whale, and think about this. This is the other thing. Ooh. Between the two of them, you talk about whales and scarabs, you're talking about some serious ties to ancient wisdom. Now, I myself, okay, Egypt is Egypt. It's not a culture that I'm particularly drawn to. I love to study about all cultures, but it's not like if I see something Egyptian, I'm like, ooh. So if you have something about ancient Egypt that really strikes you, now's the time to look into it. But look as far back in the ancient texts as humanly possible and into their ancient teachings and go, that's it. Aries, this is another thing. You've got to go deeper in your teachings. Here's why I say that. My favorite thing is when somebody takes a $2.98 Reiki class from the internet, gets some kind of emailed attunement and decides, I'm a Reiki master. Okay, people that are true Reiki masters, because they know that there's no such thing as a Reiki master. There's no such thing as a master in any of this. You might be a master level, meaning, okay, that's due to your own criteria. How do you quantify that? Is there some kind of barometer? Is there some kind of benchmark test? No, there's not. Okay, maybe you've got a dozen years of experience. Are you any good at what you do? Do you have data that says, clients that have come back to you time and again or whatever that said, oh my God, this helped, this didn't? You might. I don't know. I call myself a master tarot card reader because I'm pretty sure I've mastered it at my level, and people want to hear that word. Some people call me a master of spirit, totem, and power animals. Okay, I've been doing it a long time. I have a tremendous success record with clients, that kind of thing. But I don't really feel comfortable calling myself that. And I dropped that a long time ago. I did it for a while, and some people refer to me as that, and I just move on about my merry business because there's no such thing as mastering it. Nobody's going to be, even a Jedi learns something new every day if they're a smart Jedi. So all that being said, I say that to say go deeper. Don't read one book about chakras or auras or Reiki or tarot and think you got it all. Don't go. I had a student one time, a tarot student. She took one tarot class and she called me and she said, I'm ready to hire you as a business consultant. And I said, I don't hire out as a business consultant, but what do you mean? She said, well, I'm ready to start my tarot practice. And I said, huh? Why? She said, well, I took your class. I said, okay, what does that have to do with starting your business? She said, well, I'm ready. I said, okay, I'm so sorry I can't help you. She said, do you have any advice? I said, do you want honest advice? She said, of course I do. I said, you're no more ready to start a business than a man on the moon. Your accuracy during class was below average. You're a nice lady and everything, but you've got a long way to go. I really do believe you can get there. But if you run willy-nilly out into the public and start charging, you got to understand these people trust you. They come to you with some of their most important life decisions, and you're not ready for that. She never talked to me again, but whatever. So I'm just, hey, Teapot, welcome, Julie Patel. That's not how readings work here. Thank you for liking. Thank you for sharing. I hope that everybody shares these videos and whatnot, but it doesn't work that way here. Today I'm giving readings based on Zodiac signs. So anyway, so there's the story, Aries. Do with that information what you will, and do with that information what, yeah, exactly, Kimberly, like hairdresser levels, of course. Yeah, exactly. So anyway, all right, so we're moving on to Taurus. Ooh, Taurus. Aw, you got warthogs, 2 of cups. It's all about the sacred relationships. That's cool. So this is really interesting, Taurus, because okay, Taurians that are in the Mama Bear's email address is hal@wildpackwisdom.com, Mashmel. So This is interesting. If you're Taurus and you're in the live this morning, I'm feeling this energy from you all that that you Taurus people are going through something. Your zodiac sign, just like you may have even just made the decision last week that you've got to make some changes, and all of a sudden your energy as a group feels a little more malleable, a little more willing to move left and right and forward and backward and just make some changes. And they're pretty big changes, but it's like they're big changes, but they're beautiful, and you're doing it beautifully, almost as if you're like in this magical bubble and you're going through it. Does that make sense? Jason, are you a Taurus? Is that why you're saying yep just today actually? Woo-woo-ology. I just love that name. It's okay, cool. So I just feel like there are I just feel like you're in this crazy place where you are it's just beautiful. But here's the thing. The warthog is the Two of Cups has shown up for your zodiac sign today. You know, the traditional tarot card meanings, the Rider, because I use the Rider Waite Smith tarot. That's what my tarot deck is based on, the Arcanimal Tarot, which is what I read with. Most of y'all know that by now. I've got to believe all y'all know that by now. Integration, woo-ology. That's another word. That's a really good thank you for that. That's a really good way of explaining it. It's almost like Taurians will stay in relationships and situations that are so toxic and so bad for them. Not all of them, but some of them, just because change flips you out. But that's not the case. It's almost like you've decided that you're gonna only move towards that which is a sacred union, a perfect union for you. And that's in all ways. I'm hearing it like financially, physically, mentally, emotionally, spiritually, all the leads, like any way you can. You're just like moving toward it. It's like, I don't know, it's beautiful and good for you. So for any of you that felt like you were you're not moving in the wrong direction. That's what it's about. Okay, so this is about considering what it is that you truly, truly love. Not like that looks good for you, or that you're pretty sure will be good for you, or you're even sure it will be good for you, because something that's good for you, that's helpful to you, is not the same as you being in a sacred relationship with something that you want to be in. That's going to be the best of the best. That's why people that are in, situations where there's just no passion there anymore, there's no passion, it's just not a good place to be in. You either got to revive the passion and get back to that place if you can, or you've got to move on to something that can really stimulate you, every day in every way. So that's cool for you guys. The other thing I would encourage you to realize is, the reason that Warthog wanted to be the Two of Cups tarot card in the Arcanimal Tarot and Oracle deck is because, something that's perfect for you, you may love warts and all. And that really is about a sacred relationship. You always hear nothing can ever be perfect. I don't find that that's true. I find that anything can be perfect for you, but it might not be perfect for another person. Or it may be perfect for you even with its imperfections. It's kind of like, I don't know. Well, Pearl, if I may, Pearl, I'm going to, you talk about, your husband having PTSD and episodes and this and that. And you talk about how you get him through those and all that kind of thing. So that's not a situation that other people, they wouldn't want to mate like that, no matter how much they cared for them or liked them. They wouldn't want to be, involved in that. But you do, and you love this person very much, and you've stuck by this person. And so clearly they're perfect for you in whatever way that is, whatever that means for you. You know, it's perfect for you. Unconditional. Exactly, Angie. Yes, unconditional. Exactly. So there you go, Taurus. All right. So moving on, we're going to go to the Gemini zodiac sign. Sorry, I got cats. My cats are on the crazy prowl this morning. Ooh, Gemini. Okay, Jaguar, Queen of Swords. Okay, listen up, Gemini. That's no joke. All right, what do the twins... Okay, Gemini. I got really quiet for a minute because when you talk about the Queen of Swords and you talk about a big cat, but in particular Jaguar, because Jaguar wanted to be the Queen of Swords and wanted to be the front of the Arcanimal Tarot and Oracle deck because it is the ultimate shaman's animal, so to speak. Snake really comes next, but Snake stays more hidden. Snake did not, because I considered a snake. I talked to Snake for a long time, and Snake was like, that's not how I work. That's not how I roll, soul. I stay hidden, and I'm about hidden knowledge, and I'm like, okay. And Jaguar is sitting there doing, like Shere Khan in the Jungle Book, you know, Jaguar is just sitting there doing that. Hello, what am I, chopped liver? So, you know, Geminis are the great, you know, your zodiac sign, you all are the great communicators of all time. And, you know, you vacillate, you're back and forth, and you're back and forth, which is cool because you can always see, you know, all sides of a coin in a situation. But for your Gemini tarot reading this morning, and I know I keep repeating that, but if anybody's coming into the chat, you know, later or they're not paying attention and they pay attention, I just want you guys to know what zodiac sign I'm doing a tarot reading for. I just keep being drawn to the dots of the Jaguar, and I feel like whereas the Queen of Swords is just cut to the chase and Jaguars are cut to the chase, that is true. I do believe that's why Jaguar is showing up for your zodiac sign today, but I also I'm being told that you are in a time, this week in particular, wow. This week in particular, Geminis, you're supposed to really take a look at all the dots and then cut through the chase, cut through the BS by connecting all the dots, because there's some really big story here for you, some big decision, some big happening, some big something that you are on the hunt about, you're on the prowl about, you're investigating, you're sniffing, and you're being asked to have the curiosity of a cat and the patience of a cat at the same time. And what that means is when I see Gemini as a cat, what I'm seeing is how they can sit and watch for hours at a time. And then when they're ready to move, they move. But you might notice them take incremental movements. For instance, I'm trying to get my 2 new adopted cats to integrate into my my God, what is it? A bunch of cats. My pack. It's not a pack with cats, but there you go. So the one orange cat, as most orange cats are, fearless, curious, funny, always into everything, integrated pretty quickly and has stood up to my alpha male Glamoween. You know, there's been no fighting. Glamoween hisses and Barney just sits there and looks at him and is like, whatever. And then Barney stands his ground by going, whatever. And Glamoween hisses until I'm like, stop it. And then he goes out the door. Georgie, not so much. But I watched Barney's progression. And he would watch for an hour and then he'd move closer, and he'd watch for an hour and he'd move closer, and he'd watch for an hour and he'd go up under this and he'd watch for. He did this for weeks, y'all. And finally he was like, thank you, colony, sweet bejeebus. Thank you, Ma. So, Gemini, that's what I'm being told. But here's what's crazy. Gemini. Oh, ooh, Gemini. Okay, here's what just happened in my head. So Gemini, you're twins, which really means you're two people that inhabit the same consciousness. And just like when you're a reader, especially if you're doing mediumship and psychic work, and you're talking to a client, you how I describe it is I split my consciousness. Part of my consciousness I send on the other side. Part of my consciousness I keep here to receive the messages and be able to have some kind of like intelligible conversation like I am with you all this morning. I'm in a little more psychic mode than I normally am during live readings because there's so many of you and I'm scanning everybody's energy all at the same time. And so I try to stay in kind of one level of that so that it doesn't knock me out of my chair. But Gemini, you're being told to send both of your personalities, your consciousnesses out at the same time to gather all the data from the dots. And then they have to come together like a jaguar and the Queen of Swords and put all of that together because there's some big discovery, big forward movement, it's big. I don't know what it is, but it's big, and that's going to happen for you this week. And that's what you're being called to do. I know that's a little, hey, Nikki, good to see you back, honey. Anyway, there you go. Anyway, so there you have it. And that's a big message. I totally get that, but it's big goings on. Yes, it is. Y'all, pardon me. Gemini moon. What does Gemini moon mean, Jules? Are you a Gemini? You've got your moon is Gemini? Or the moon is in Gemini this week? Y'all, astrology. I love it. It boggles my mind. It's much easier talking to dead people and animals. Way easier. Okay. So moving on. We're moving into Cancer. Ooh, Lordy, I'm making good time this week, y'all. Hey, I got a question for y'all. Oh, it's in yeah, Nikki. Yep, you're the astrologer. Should have asked you. Hey, I got a question, y'all. Just real quick for everybody that's listening. Hey, Lily, I got your email, by the way. I was down for the count this weekend. I will read through it. I will read through it today or tomorrow because I want to see what you had to say. I'm not ignoring you. Hey, I got a question, you guys. So I've had a lot of people, well, as you know, I think I announced last week, I'm going to move really, really big time into teaching. And I had a bunch of people ask me about doing kind of a private community, like a membership community where you guys, I pretty much do all the content for y'all. Is tap. Kimberly, tap the crap out of a third eye. I'm gonna use that. I am gonna use that. Tap, y'all. When your third eye has had too much, you're gonna quote Kimberly. She has tapped the crap out of her third eye. Anyway, are y'all interested in that, in a community where I do a bunch of videos and talks and lives and that kind of thing just for y'all? It costs money. I haven't decided how much. Probably not very much. But I'm wondering if y'all are interested in that. Please do that. I would be amazing. I don't know what that means. I don't even know that you mean me, Dana. But, okay, cool. All right. I'm just trying to, oh, cool. Yay. Thank y'all. Okay. Here's the thing. I just have, I really, 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 really want to go super deep into these teachings, but it's kind of hard to do on Facebook or YouTube or whatever, because y'all can watch all the videos you want. You can read all the books you want or whatever, but it's gotta be, you gotta have the practice, and it's really, really helpful to have somebody, that's got that kind of experience and track record to help you get where you want to go, if that makes sense. I mean, you can't develop in a vacuum, and it's, you know what I mean? So, okay, cool. Kimberly, I'll remember that forever. Ooh. What is up with the big cat energy in here today? Cancer, you've got the African lynx. I can tell. Okay, listen, y'all, this is how it works. Well, for me anyway, it's going to work differently for everybody, which is, so this is the Cancer Tarot reading for this week, August 16th. And, right? That's why I coach. You can say what you want. Exactly. Okay. So immediately on African lynx. Now, if y'all take a look at that card, I have always thought that that lynx was smiling. Always thought it was smiling. And one of the things that this African lynx told me when I very first started working with it, it tends to be the most playful of the cats in the deck, in the arc for me. It may not be that way for other people, is that no matter what harsh conditions you've grown up in, or no matter what harsh conditions you're in now, just smile, because it could always be worse. It could always be worse. And a sense of humor. Okay, did y'all see the synchronicity of that? Is it just me? I'm laughing my patootie off at Kimberly, and poof, for Cancer, the card that I associate, well, it's not the only card, but one of the cards I associate with humor is healing, pops up. Come on, y'all. That's not a coinky dinky dinky doo. That's a synchronicity. Straight up a synchronicity. Okay. So, all that said, the second this card, the African lynx, popped up for Cancer zodiac sign, I was immediately drawn up to the tufts of hair on the ears. Now, oh, you know what, Taurus? I just also want to say this to you. I want to go back and say, you know, the warthogs and Taurus, they're all horned animals. And so really pay attention to your psychic self, because that's your antenna to the divine. But when I think about crabs and I think about all of their lunar energy and they're a water sign and all of that, man, y'all, I just feel it for every single zodiac sign. It's like every zodiac sign is going through this time of like quiet, I call it quiet determination. And that's like, if you get you got some kind of big decision or some kind of big news or some kind of big kerfuffle going on, you don't really just talk about it. You just decide internally, this is what I'm doing. And you can say it with all of the kindness and sweetness and smile and whatever, but inside, it's a resolve like no other. It's the resolve that says it's do or die. And it's just that simple. And mean it. I don't know what's going on with y'all out there today. What is going on for real? Okay, so I know the great shift, right, Jason? Jason, didn't you just have heart surgery? Are you okay? You doing okay? Need anything? Pretty sure you just had heart surgery. You announced it about a week ago in the live, unless I'm losing my mind. Anyway, so these tufts of hair, when you take a look at crab, they're so connected to water and the lunar energy. This is like super psychic time for you. Super psychic time. However, okay, are there any cancers? Are there any cancers in the not surgery, just emotional issues? Okay, sorry, Jason. Can we help you with that in any way? Can I send healing energy to your emotions? Mama Bear will make it okay. I will. That's why they call me Mama Bear. Sorry, Jason. If I may, I just want to say one thing. I feel like there's somebody that is keeping you on a yo-yo. I just saw the Jackson 5. I don't know why. There's some kind of song they have about a yo-yo, I think. I just heard that song, or whoever has the song about a yo-yo that was like a boy band back in the day. And I just feel like somebody's keeping you on a yo-yo. Move along. Just saying. Okay. So, yeah, there's something about everybody, all zodiac signs today, that there's like this quiet resolve that's coming into everybody. It's like whatever hasn't been working and you've been limping along or whatever, you're like, I'm done. We're done here. I'm done. You haven't made a big to-do about it. You haven't made a big to-da about it. You've just gone inside. It's like that thing. I always tell people, I have a thing that clicks in my mind. And if it goes, I'm done. And Scorpios, every single Scorpio I've ever known has the uncanny ability to literally turn people and situations off in their head and in their heart like they've never known them and never experienced them. Ever. I've had that happen a few times in my life, to the extent that once somebody turned off in my mind, I actually attended a business function the next week, and they walked up to me and they wanted to say something. And I looked at them and I said, okay, hi, my name is Bernadette. And who are you? And they thought that I was giving them the diss, but I swear on all that is holy, I did not recognize them. I cut them out like that. Anyway, that said, it's like y'all are all doing that. However, your zodiac sign does that. You've just gone, oh, not working, done, working, it'll go in this basket, not working, move along. Grum blah 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 key. You're blocked. Lordy. Okay. So that being said, Cancers, this is time for you to get super psychic, but not from the emotional perspective. This is all about making rational. Nope, rational's not the word. Forgive me. Long-lasting decisions. Not solid, not big, not any of those words. It's about long-lasting decisions. So, Cancer zodiac sign, I really hope that's helpful, because there is just something going on with the whole psychic thing. And it's almost like you've taken a retreat. Let me just say this one more thing about Cancers. You know, they have that zodiac sign will just scurry right back in their shell during times of stress, when they're afraid. That's a good thing for right now. While you're making these decisions, while you are making, while you're getting these psychic downloads, it's a really good thing for you to sit in silence, to kind of be hermitized a little bit, like a hermit crab, a little bit hermitized, not for very long, but maybe just through this week and maybe even the week after. But then when you come out, you're going to be like, hold my beer. So there you go. Okay, I hope that's helpful, Cancer. All right, so Leo. A wee mouette, a wee mouette, a wee mouette. In the jungle, the mighty jungle, the lion doesn't sleep tonight. You're not even being called to sleep, lion. You're being called to look. Hold on. Usually I can shuffle my own cards, but they're being testy today. Okay. Kimberly, what does that mean? I have clearly missed part of this conversation. Pinch them in the peanuts, crabbies. I don't know what that means exactly, but I just have to laugh because it's hilarious. Oh, were you, Angie? A wee mouette, a wee mouette? Mm-hmm. That's what I'm saying. That's why they call it psychic. Leo. Chameleon. Now, when you talk about a big kitty and a lizard, you are inevitably talking about that cat chasing that lizard all across the world and back, because that's what cats do. But not this time. This is really interesting. Okay. Here's the story. This is okay. I know I'm being real quiet for a minute, but that's what these readings are calling for today, is just to sink really deeply into what this means, because it's just so important for you all today. It's not that it's not important on other days, but I just feel like something deep, deep, deep in my heart and deep in my gut, more importantly, deep, deep, deep into my root and sacral chakra. Because whatever you guys are doing this week, whatever you're deciding, whatever movements you're going to make, they're long lasting. They're there to stay for a while. And so it really is going to require or call for all zodiac signs to just take a beat, get real quiet, and just see what you see, right? Okay. So, oh my gosh, and see can you well, just in time as I see. We're done here. If y'all ever know, I've got reading glasses on. I still have to do this. Okay. Okay. Chameleon. Normally, Leo, what would have you chasing it around the block? Not this time. No matter what looks shiny, no matter what looks fun, no matter what looks tasty. Or just something you want to do just for the halibut, it's don't do it. Your job is to sit quietly in observation and watch the changes that are happening in front of you. So it's almost as if everybody and everything in front of you is the chameleon and you're the Leo, you're the lion. And I know that is kooky. Trust me, I do. But that's why they call it being psychic. I just tell it like I hear it. And actually, Leo, okay, Leos, listen up. For y'all, okay, y'all. Well, John, that is true. Nobody judges you here. The only people I judge are the people that are trying to scam my wild pack. They still irritate my demons. But here's the thing. So Leos, this is truly important. I feel like there's something that you Leos, maybe not every Leo that's in the live today, but overall, you Leos, your zodiac sign has your mind set on something. You got your heart set on something. You've got your sight set on something. And you think you've made the best decision, but you don't have all of the information. It's like it's going to decrease in value. I don't know what this is, but whatever this is that you feel like is the right decision, the best decision, is going to decrease in value. It will metamorphosize in front of your eyes. There's an as yet unknown thing about this. I don't know why I'm being told to equate it to this, but I'm just going to be for the halibut. You could totally steal that, Cheryl. Y'all, if you haven't, I feel fairly confident that those of you that have followed me for a while, probably know that when I'm not watching my P's and Q's, I can have quite the mouth. I know I should be more ladylike, but I just can't. I don't have the energy. It's a lot more fun. And quite frankly, no other word gets it quite like the F word. So, but I'm not gross. You know what? It's just those words are the right words for the right places and spaces. You might call me an artisan. I'm a cursing artisan. I'm a cursing craftsman. So anyway, I've had to develop ways to say what I want to say without saying it. But anyway, here's what I'm being told to tell y'all. Okay. So let me just be out with it. I don't even know why I was even trying to I don't even know why I didn't just tell y'all to begin with. So I told y'all some months ago, I was learning about investing, right? I'm learning about cryptocurrency. It fascinates me. It fascinates me. And it fascinates me. And stocks and bonds and all that junk, I don't get it. Like, I kind of get it, but I also know it's a highly manipulated market, and it doesn't speak to me. but cryptocurrency speaks to me in ways that I can't tell you. And in particular, NFTs, non-fungible tokens with gaming and art and all that kind of stuff. Man, I'm like, every waking spare second that I can keep one eye open and look at it, I am. And it fascinates me. So right now the market is going through a bit of a bull run that could be a bull trap. Just learned those phrases, some months ago. Or it could be doing a parabolic to the moon. Also just learned that. So this morning I was going to make a small trade just to test something. And then my spidey senses said, do not do it. It's going to decrease in value. Just don't. Just sit. So I sat. And don't you know what I was going to do? Drop by $5 for each coin. $5 for each coin. That's a significant drop. I bring that up because there is something of value, Leo. Something of value. It doesn't have to be money. It doesn't have to be investment. It can be a relationship. It can be a house. It can be a job. It can be yourself. I'm not saying you're going to decrease in value. What I'm going to say is you're going to find out more information about that thing that you want to invest in that will give you a return on your investment. You're going to find it's going to decrease in value. I hope that makes sense because it's a big, that is true, Nikki. Harvard tests it is proof. People that curse are more intelligent. I've read those. I've read those and they're good studies actually. Okay. Really, Cheryl? You want me to do a class on crypto? Yeah. I can do that. Listen, let's be clear about something. I'm a very beginner. I am a very beginner. But yeah, I could totally do that because I got to tell you something. If you, I swear like a sailor. Yay! If you are, there's a lot of people these days that because of the COVID stuff, they are like watching their retirement plan go poof and fade into the wind and they are freaking out. And I mean freaking out. So yeah, I was told to send you a tarot read the other day and I didn't. Girl, you better send it to me. All right, so here we go. Okay, so I'm going to go back to Leo and I'm just going to say it again because Leo's, for some reason, this is like super crazy over the top important. Whatever it is that you're thinking you want to do, I'm not saying it's a bad decision. It's an okay decision, but it's not a great decision. It's going to decrease in value. There's something about it you don't know yet. Please, please, please take a further look. Sit quietly, watch, because again, it's almost like the world is the chameleon and it's going to change. And if you guys will remember, chameleons don't change color because of they're afraid, and it's not their skin that changes color. They have millions of tiny crystals on their skin. And they can move those crystals like a Hubble telescope, like a solar panel, and they change color based on their temperature. That's what they do. So what you're basically going to see is the temperature. You're going to gauge the temperature of the land or the temperature of the landscape in front of you. And please, please wait until you see that one thing and you're going to be like, oh, I didn't know that. Now that I know that and I consider it into the whole mix, yeah, maybe not so much. And it will go better for you. Not that the other decision will go badly, but why do an okay or mediocre, or as a friend of mine calls it, mediocre, why do a mediocre trade or decision when you can do one that is stellar? Okay. All right. I hope that's helpful. All right. Virgo tarot reading for August 16th, 2021. Here comes the sun. Doo-doo-doo-doo. All right, Virgos. The duck, the sun. Now listen. Virgos out there. Hey, Amy J. Virgos. When I asked duck, because let me tell you something. In the ark, there are only a couple of baby animals in the ark. Like literally, I think, well, other than in the moms and babies pack, the add-on pack. In the main deck, there's only like 2, maybe. But this baby duck wanted to be the sun because, honestly, is there any animal cuter than a baby, fluffy, yellow baby duck or chick? No, not really. They're just the cutest darn things. But also it's associated with the egg, the cosmic egg, and the whole 9 yards. And when you take a look at sun, what it means is, the big sunflowers in back, it's all about triumph and bliss and golden energy and basically everything turning to gold. And Virgos can get so caught up in your own head about analyzing things. And, people, I don't know how many people, but I've had a lot of students that when they find out the real meaning of Virgo, they're like, oh, they think Virgo, the virgin, has to do with, has the Virgo done the hibbity jibbity? It has nothing to do with that. It has to do with being a pure energy, a pureness, all of your own accord, that everything you do and however you move forward is keeping everything pure for yourself, right? That's why Virgos go, oh my God, do they tilt sideways when something doesn't work out? Oh my goodness. The Jewish guilt that a Virgo can have, even if they're not if they're not Jewish, is literally it hurts my heart for y'all Virgos. It just hurts my heart. Oh, that was Georgie the pirate came to say hi, y'all. So I really want to say, and strangely enough, I keep this card on my deck at all times. It's my favorite card. And if you take a look at that card in the traditional Rider Waite Smith tarot reading or tarot meanings, it's just a happy dang card. And the little baby is just like, ta-da! And it's naked and it doesn't care because it's totally shown up whoever it is to the world. And Virgos, I just feel like you're moving out of a dark time into the lighter time. Like, these are dark times from Harry Potter. Virgos, hit me up in the chat. What do you guys think? Is this what you're feeling, Virgos? Even if you've got like a Virgo rising or Virgo in a house in your chart, are you guys moving out of a dark time into a lighter time? Okay, cool. So here's what you got to know. It's happening just by that's the planetary shift for you Virgos. But and I say that like I know anything about astrology. I don't, but I do feel the universal shifts. And I do feel like it's the time for that to happen. However, for Virgos who are on this chat at this moment in time, this is going to this time is really asking you to be your most authentic self. Just your absolute most authentic self. And that can be a little scary because for Virgos, you never ever think you're the very best version of you. So you're always really afraid to show who you truly are. But you're only who you truly are in that moment. You can never step in the same river twice, right? You step in a river, I don't care how fast you take your toe out and dip it back in again. It's a different river. The current has made it a different river. And so it could be very helpful to you to realize that who you are today is not going to be who you are tomorrow. And tomorrow you might be a less fabulous version of yourself, but on Wednesday you might be the most fabulous version of yourself, right? But you are absolutely being called to be who you truly are. And that means this. Y'all. Wait, what is it, Nikki? Hold on, I'm looking. Nikki, what did you say? Hold on, y'all. I gotta see what Nikki wrote. Mars and Mercury are both in Virgo right now. All truth. Who knew? Okay, cool. Okay, let me tell you what I mean by that. COVID just amped up this energy. It was coming anyway, but when the COVID thing happened, and is now we're all like, oh gosh, what is the end of the year gonna bring? It really, man, did it cause an upheaval and some serious Phoenix energy. So many people's lives just crashed and blew up in smithereens. And they were like, well, I gotta rise again from all of this. Fortunately, some of those people come to see psychics and mediums and tarot readers. Yay! The overwhelming amount of people that I saw during COVID, there was no really after COVID, and it's starting to ramp up again, are people that have hated their jobs, hated their relationships for so long. They've got physical ailments caused directly by staying in a place and continuing to wear a mask and be a person and act in ways that never served them, that definitely no longer serves them, that they are so terrified to move out of, they've simply gotten numb. Because that's a survival technique. You go numb. It's better to be numb than traumatized, theoretically. And if you have been that way for so long and you don't know what would make you happy, well, that's because also, all your systems have shut down. Your chakras have gone, they've closed. That's it. You got to open those puppies back up and get them spinning again. So Virgos, what I'm going to share with you, ooh, Lordy, and then I'm going to move like the wind, is that it's time for you to get your chakras whirling. It's time for you to be who you really are. And that is going to mean potentially some epic sweeping changes that is going to disrupt all kinds of things, careers, relationships, your own sense of self, your whatever. And it is I call on the duck, call on the cosmic egg, call on the sun card to help you navigate all of that, because when you emerge, you're just going to have radiant sunlight all around you. And I just see lots of diamond energy, like sparkly, crystally, diamondy things all around you. And you're just going to be happy, truly, truly fulfilled and happy. Good luck with that, Virgo. I really hope that was helpful. All right, moving on. All right, Libra. This is the Libra tarot reading for August 16th, the week of August 16th, 2021. The Libra tarot reading. Libra. This is the Queen of Pentacles inverted, which is the bear. Okay, listen, Libra. Your sign is the scales. Your zodiac sign is the scales, and that is all about balance. However, what I'm hearing is that Libras don't necessarily enjoy, let's just call it like it is. Y'all don't like confrontation. You'll sell your mama to not have to do a confrontation. Libra's just like everything peaceful and beautiful. Totally get that. But for some reason, I feel like some of you Libras have been like trying to move forward with bear energy. Like, like a mama bear, kind of rough, and pardon me, y'all, hold on. Sorry. That's not going to work well for you. Don't do it. You're not accustomed to it. You're not good at it. And you don't even really want to do it. So don't do it. It's almost like whatever this thing is that you're like, ugh, I got to butch up. All right. I got to be tough. You don't. No, you don't. What I'm hearing is whatever this person, situation, whatever, use your smarts. Use your smarts and reason and logic. Libra, this is so awesome. Okay, listen to this. Okay, y'all. Okay. So I have a friend that went through a very ugly divorce some years ago, and these people just were made of money. And of course she wanted a divorce, and boy, he got nasty. So of course he wanted to use all the money as leverage, so on and so forth. And she went to an attorney who said, okay, look, here are the stages of what spouses who are being left go through. And it was like the 5 levels of grief, right? Okay. And darned if he didn't display that behavior at every single turn. She was like, it was like clockwork. It was unbelievable. So there was a very sizable life insurance policy that she knew about, but he had never mentioned in all of his fury just to get her. So she went to the attorney and said, just watch how we handle that. It's okay. So at the final negotiation, they got that old boy in, and the attorney just got him turned around and flustered and said, okay, so this insurance policy, blah, 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 it can all go to, you know, so on and so forth. Yes, that's fine. Man, they put that stuff down. He's signed on that. Classic Hardy. Oh my God, you're interrupting my story, asshat. Okay, so he signed on the dotted line, and poof, through all the rigmarole and whatever they did, she got that big fat insurance policy. It was a year before he realized what had happened. It was a year. That's what I'm saying, y'all. Something's going on. Something is going on with y'all at the moment, you Libras, where you're being asked to use your smarts and actually use your enemies. And that can be an enemy in your own mind. That can be an enemy in your own heart. It can be another person. It can be a situation. It can be a job. You might even have a fur baby. God forbid you have a goddess forbid you have a fur baby that's giving you the roo-raz and trying to, just really test your patience and that kind of thing. I would really encourage you to sit back like a ninja would and consider what that other thing is all about, and then kind of use it against them, if that makes sense. Now, I don't mean use it against them in the negative way, but to protect yourself. Let me put it that way. So for instance, I've owned a number of businesses for many years, and, employees come and go. That's what they do. I'd love it if people stayed with me forever, but that can't always be financially feasible for them, or they may develop a different whatever. And sometimes I have to say the door is that way. And, when I know that it's time to say the door is that way, some people, we have to be mama bear, and some people it will go very badly if I'm mama bear. So we just create situations where they want to leave, and then a very fluid, very peaceful kind of thing, so that there's no drama, right? Okay. You're being asked to consider which of those ways is better. And I'm telling you right now, let's say that you've got somebody who's very tied up in their ego and you're having a problem. Or let's say that you want to transition from one job to the other, but if you tell, how I could do these scenarios for all day. Do not be mama bear. You've got to be the opposite of mama bear. You've got to let your intellect take a look at what their Achilles heel is. What are their weaknesses? And then just figure out how you can just slide the whole, and so she gets this, so this is all her, right? Correct? And notice what I'm doing. I'm nodding my head. It's neuro-linguistic programming. That's like communication 101. And poof, there it was, right? Okay. Pardon me. All right. So Libra, I hope that's helpful. Y'all, I'm so sorry. Hold on. Oh, Libra. For your zodiac sign, let me just say one more thing. It's the balance. Play good cop, bad cop. Play good cop, bad cop. That's what it is. You guys know that game? Good cop, bad cop? Okay. Hey, Vortex. How you doing? Ricola. All right, here we move. We're moving on. Moving on up. Scorpio. All right. I am taking a second in my head so that this reading is not about me. It is about all Scorpios. Retro. I don't like this. Sorry, y'all. Hold on. Ugh, sorry. No, I don't have a cold. I have drama that happens in my throat when I have an autoimmune flare. It's drama. It's annoying. Nothing I can do about it. Sorry, y'all. Hold on. All right. All right, look, Scorpios. This is no bueno. Listen up. When Elephant the Justice card is inverted, that's never good. And anytime you've got a 5 in the tarot, when you're doing a, based on traditional tarot card meanings, again, based on the Rider Waite Smith deck, I will tell you that the 5 of Cups is about emotions that are not, your emotions are not where they need to be. And it's about loss. Hopefully better times are ahead. But the manatee is a much, a manatee is a much maligned animal. That's why manatee wanted to be a 5. I'll spare you the details of why they were on the critically endangered list and then on the endangered. And I think they're kind of stable now. But don't get me started about how all the water is changing temperature and their move. Don't get me started. Anyway, and for those of you that haven't seen me talk to manatees, if you just take a look through my channel, I actually swam with manatees earlier in the year and had, I don't know who could deny animal communication after that. I just don't know who could. But anyway, so when I take a look at the 5 of Cups and I take a look at the Justice card that's inverted, when I take a look at the Justice card upright and the Elephant upright, elephants are about leadership. The scales of justice are about leadership. And what I'm hearing for Scorpios is you are not stepping up and being a leader, and that's not going to go well. If you have said, I'm really tired, or I feel this way, or I feel that way, I'm just going to let somebody else carry the load for right now, so on and so forth. Don't do that. Even if you can't carry the mantle of leadership the way you normally do, or you normally would, that doesn't mean you can't, that doesn't mean you can't, do some form of leadership. You might have to do it in a smaller way, in a quieter way, but there's something really out of imbalance, Scorpio, at the moment, and it has to do with leadership. The other thing I'm feeling is, Scorpios are really, really, really prone to going into a cave and staying there and pushing everybody away while they heal. That is not going to work for you at the moment. I'm telling you right now, that is not going to work for you. I would encourage you to get with your tribe, even if your tribe is one person. Get with your tribe, and it wouldn't kill you to actually say, hey, I could use some TLC. Could we spend a day together? Could we spend this together? Or even just get around the people that you laugh with and you feel lighthearted around and all of that kind of thing. You got to turn this around. You cannot be an upside down elephant. Okay. That's funny, Kimberly. A pressure cleaner would clean out all the chakras. That's true. Oh, it's your cleaning. Okay, I got it. That's funny. Okay. I would say, oh, Kelly, you've been in a cave for a minute, pretty much alone at the moment. Well, you're only alone because you want to be. And that's the choice all Scorpios make. Now, Scorpios can tend to be like, why am I so alone? Why can't I this? Why can't I that? Why don't people? It's all a choice. It's all a choice. But now is not the time for you to be alone. Now is not the time for you to be alone. And this is for, thank you, Pearl. Thank you, Pearl. I hear you, Pearl. I read you loud and clear. But this is for, this is, even if Scorpio isn't your rising sign and you've just got it in a different, house, whatever that house is, you got to turn that card around. Scorpio in your Venus. Terrelyn, thank you. Quit that, but thank you. That is very kind of you. Thank you so much. Terrelyn, thank you for the donation. Okay, so all of that said, that's like a short and sweet message, Scorpio, because it's no joke. Like, it's seriously no joke. Okay. All right, let me, okay, we're going to Sagittarius. Saggy. Sagittarius. I'm going to pull a card, but what I just saw for you is cracking me up. Okay, that's funny. I just saw y'all Sagittarians running around like a Cupid in a cute little diaper with your curly locks and your little arrow and just having the time of your life. So, okay, I'm not looking at the cards. I'm shuffling the cards. All I'm saying is, Sagittarius, it's like you're the baby from the Sun card. It's like you're the baby from the Sun card and you hopped off the horse and you're running around shooting everything you love with arrows. And then the King of Pentacles comes up. Let me tell you how those are connected. Crazy. Okay, listen. Yes, it's a king. And yes, you're a little Cupid that hopped off of the horse in the Sun card and you're running all around the tarot world, shooting things that you love to, your aim is swift and true and you're going to hit a bullseye on anything that you love. And then there's the King of Pentacles card. And that's all about what? Wealth, power, getting everything you want. And you're going to do it joyfully. So Saggy, for your zodiac sign, I will tell you that it is time for you to run. You can run around like a chicken with your head cut off, because when you see something you really love and you aim at it, you're going to hit it swift and true. And you are just going, if you're not in it, pardon me, y'all, I am so sorry. You're not in it yet, Sagittarius, but you're fixing to be. Yes, fixing. I could have said fitting. I went one level up. You're fixing to be in a time where it's just a big party. And there's very little Sagittarius loves more than to party. But honest to goodness, and what's crazy about it is, even though this is a full-grown rhino as the King of Swords, or the King of Pentacles, pardon me, and it is a king card, it's like you're going to have this newfound youth about you. I mean, I hesitate to say you're going to really tap into the child within, but it's true. You may go to a pool party and the kids may be playing with the, those big water squirt guns, and you may get the urge to pick up one of them and just, play. Do that. You may decide it's time to watch Disney movies this week, or cartoons, or whatever it is, but you're going to have fun and it's going to revive you in so many ways. Wow. I want to be a Sagittarius this week. I really do. I want to be a Sagittarius this week. So I know that was short and to the point, but it is what it is. So go forth and be happy, Sagittarius. There you have it. All right. Capricorn. Moving on to Capricorn. All right. Okay, Capricorn. This is the Capricorn Tarot reading for the week of August 16th, 2021. Capricorns, are y'all going through a time? You're welcome, Mary Murph. Bye for y'all that got to run. I totally get that. Capricorns, or you've got Capricorn in a significant house. Are y'all going through a time where you feel like you're on the edge of tears a lot of times? Capricorns are really not given to tears. They're just not. But I feel like there's something deeply, deeply, deeply emotional going on for Capricorns. And I don't know if you guys know. Anyway, the Manta Ray, the Temperance card came out. And yes, Cheryl, that does mean that. If you got a Sagittarius rising, then yes, don't be surprised if you laugh your patootie off all week long or even into the next week. Don't be surprised. And if you like want to act silly or be around kids or be a kid or whatever, okay. All right, so Capricorns, do you feel like you are at a time where you're like on the verge of tears quite a bit? As I stepped into Capricorn, y'all, I'm so sorry. Ugh. Hold on. Oh, Lordy. Okay. I feel like so manta rays are called the angels of the ocean or the angels of the sea. And Capricorn, I'm telling you, I just feel like literally that manta ray is here to tell you to start working with angel energy. Maybe you do already. Maybe you don't. But start asking, if you don't really believe in angels or you're not really sure how to work with angels or talk to them or whatever, you talk to them just like we're talking together now. Or face to face where the angels can hear you. Get what I'm saying? And really, this is the time for you've just got to surround yourself with absolute, pure, tremendous love. You need it right now. It's the thing that's going to be best for you now. It's the only thing that's going to stop you from wanting to cry all the time. And, I'm not one of those fluffy, readers. Your angels are surrounding you at all times. And there's nothing wrong with them at all. Nothing. There are times when all of us need to hear your angels are surrounding you at all times. I'm more of a practical, straight up kind of reader. That's the relationship that I have with the other side. But honestly, this is like a time where you've just got to, I have a friend that if we're chatting or whatever, he used to say to his daughter all the time, rest ye gentle, sleep ye sound. And when I'm like, dude, I'm so tired, I gotta go to bed, he'll write, he'll text, rest ye gentle, sleep ye sound. And he really means it. And he used to tell his daughter, when you sleep, you're surrounded by angels. She's like 25 now. He tries to tell her that and she rolls her eyes at him, but he still says it to her. So, it's like that. It's like you've got to cocoon yourself and ask for yourself to be cocooned in angelic love, energy, and light. And the color that I'm seeing is, it's not quite white, but it's not like gross baby blue. It's a light blue that borders on also being violet, but not in a garish or old lady, old British lady way. It's not that. It is energizing. It's like if you're super hot, like a hot summer day, or you're just really overheated, and then you take a sip or a bite of something that's really icy and fresh, like a fruit or a popsicle or whatever. It's like that. So that's the color I'm being told for you all to work with. Because you're about to move into a time, Capricorn, probably at the end of August, beginning of September, there won't be time for tears because it's going to be all systems go. And there's something going on with Capricorns where once you get to the first of fall, around the September time, the first week of September, you're going to be working, but it won't be hard. It will be smart, but it will be a lot, and you'll love it because the end result of that by the end of the year is no joke. So whatever you all have, Don D, it could kind of be iridescent, but it's really more of a solidy, maybe even almost a translucenty, light blue, light violet, that kind of thing. So, it is, yeah, I would tell, there you have it. Okay. Boy, Capricorn, I hope that was helpful. All right. Aquarius. Aquarians, do you feel like you've been doing a lot of, yeah, Jason, it can be a watercolor sky blue for sure. For sure. Aquarians, do you feel like y'all have been running around the world taking care of people a lot lately? Aquarians, I feel Lily. It wasn't a stroke, Lily. You were really seeing the colors. That's funny. Okay. Oh, there you go, Jason. One of the angels you talk to gives that. Okay, that makes total sense. There you have it. Okay. Aquarians, I just feel like taking care of everyone is all I do. Girl, you need a different job. Okay, Laura, you need a different job. Okay, so Mongoose is in the Friends, Family, and Lovers add-on pack of the Ark. And they are often overlooked spirit animals. Very often overlooked. You know, they belong to a family. They've got a big family, you know, and then you start thinking about, well, weasels and beavers and, you know, little critters like that. I mean, even capybaras, they all kind of, they're not in the same family, but they all kind of look a little bit similar. But like the meerkat, mongoose, they're all about family. And they are truly, truly gentle, fluffy creatures until a snake shows up in front of them. And then they're not. So there's something about you running around taking care of everybody else that it's time for you to realize your family also. And in that, you deserve to have people reciprocate. And I don't know that there's a lot of reciprocation going on for you right now, Aquarius. It's like I keep seeing your, you know, the Aquarian, she holds the jug of life and the water, or the waters of life flow from her jug. I'm watching that water just drip out. You can't give from an empty well. You can't give water from an empty well. But it's not even really that you're so much depleted physically. And it's not even so much that you're depleted emotionally. You're just over it. And it's time for you today. It's time for you to do, yeah, mongoose, they're super smart. Okay. So I would say that it's time for you to be part of the family and not be the only family. Does that even make sense? It's like, it's one thing to help everybody out, but it's something entirely different when you, it's just you. You're just giving and giving and giving and giving and giving and giving. That's not working. Don't do that. Don't do it. That's not working. And I don't know that this, Aquarius, I don't know that this is going to resonate so much with your zodiac sign at this moment, but it will in the next couple of weeks. you're not even thinking, you're not even seeing all of the time that you're investing in everybody else that is not invested in your own. It's not necessarily your own happiness, but your own growth. And you're being asked to grow past this time. You're being asked to really, 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 really go past this time. Okay. So, all that said, I'm just thinking if Mongoose is telling me anything else for Aquarius. Nope, that's it. That's kind of a big one though, because honestly, you've been stuck in the whole place where, hey Peter, you've been stuck in the place where you've just been taking care of everybody for so long, and you're like really a happy person. You've taken it all in stride, but I'm not saying not to take it in stride. It's just that, as a spirit, totem, and power animal, Mongoose is like, yeah, that's great, but there's a family means everybody. And sometimes some people do step up and they carry the load. And then other times others step up, but you've just been doing it, and flawlessly, might I add, for so long, it doesn't even hit you that it's like a thing, but it is a thing. And no moss. Okay. All right. Our very last of the day. Pisces, this is your tarot reading for August 16th, 2021. Pisces. What is up with the pentacles today? Lord, if we were in Vegas, you guys, we've had the King, Queen, and now Knight of Pentacles, which is the Wolf. What does Wolf have to do with Pisces? So Pisces, super interesting. It could be mongoose, it could be mongoose, mongoses, mongoses, not sure, could be. When I step into the energy of Pisces and I take a look at the Pisces tarot reading for this week, August 16th, and Wolf as the king, as the Knight of Pentacles, has shown up. Pisces out there, do you all have a thing? Do you have a thing about money? Do you have like this weird push and pull in you about money? There's something going on in your spirit as regards finances. And it's interesting because you're being called to step into your abundance. And it's not that you don't want it. It's not that you're afraid of it. It's just that you're like meh about it. Pisces. Okay, Pisces. There's something about actual money. And you're just like meh about it. But here's the thing. You're going to meh yourself right into a financial pickle. Don't do it. If there is a gift sitting in front of you, a job, a way to make money differently, more money, start making whatever it is, please take it. And you may have 2 or 3 options, in which case you can call on the Wolf. The Wolf will tell you which direction to go in. It'll sniff it out for you. And a wolf will only go toward what it most desires now at that moment. So for instance, let's say a wolf is hungry. And let's say, as an experiment, 3 different kinds or 3 different meats are set out, and one is rancid, one is not, just maybe a little bit old, and one is very fresh. That wolf will go to that fresh meat every time. Every time. If a wolf smells what a wolf identifies as potential danger, it'll go right away from it every time. So it's important that you move towards the finances and not be like, meh, I can make it up next year. I could do it next year. I could this later. Don't do that. Because as I watch the Pisces, when I watch the fish in my mind, they're starting out as carp, and they're literally metamorphosizing into the most gorgeous golden koi. with bluish purple dots all over them. A golden koi with bluish purple dots all over them. And I would tell you that I just don't know any other way to say it. You've got to sniff out not the best opportunity, the most money. And you've got to go for that for the short term. And when you launch into that, you'll see a few months from now, like you mark my words, you'll see a few months from now, you'll be like, oh my gosh, if I had chosen this, this would have happened. And I see it as the tower. I see it as a crumbling building. So I would encourage you that, I would encourage you to know that it is, yeah, it's really in your, be a koi, don't be a carp, and work with wolf to literally sniff out what the freshest, best tasting thing is for you based on how much you'll make. That may mean taking a job for 6 months that you're not in love with. But if you take a job that you're not in love with and it pays you 10 times what a job that you are in love with pays you, couldn't you do that for 6 months? A year at the absolute outside? Especially if you knew the foundation of it was going to set you up so much better for the other thing that you want to do. And the other thing that I am hearing for you, Pisces, is that you'll hold on. This is like crazy important. Okay, let's say you have two choices and you want to move towards choice A. It will make you a lot more money, but you don't love it. Choice B will make you 10 times less money, but you love it. If you will just go with A, in the time it takes you to make the money you're supposed to make, B will have gotten very close to being able to offer you that A money. Meaning B will have not 10x necessarily, but it could end up being 8 times the money that it originally was going to be, or 9 times the money that it was originally going to be, or even 10 times the money it was originally going to be. So at that point, you'll be able to have your cake and eat it too. It'll be bigger money, way bigger money, and you'll be thrilled, over the moon, passionate, and so in love with it. So you are very welcome. I hope that was helpful. Those are the Zodiac Tarot readings for the week of August 16th, 2021. I love you guys, and I miss you every time I'm not here. Again, my most profound apologies for having to bail on Friday. I will be back on Wednesday. Thank you all that said you would be interested in me doing a membership where the teachings and whatnot were, just for you all. I am going to go ahead and put the Wolf of Wall Street. Yeah, that makes good sense. Okay. So, I would hope that if you are new here, you'll subscribe to my YouTube channel, hit the notification bell, get all of the ringy-dingy bell thingy alerts right when they happen, and get on over to wildpackwisdom.com/forums, which I have been very absent on for a few weeks, and I apologize for that, but I'm jumping back into the fray. Vacation and then was crazy. But anyway, and I would say that I thank you all very, very, very much. I love you. And what's the most important thing? To do good for animals, including yourself, and